What's up, college hockey fans? Good evening and welcome to Sam Kilb's Score, the best college hockey show about the best college hockey program on Long Island. I'm Sam Kilb. We'll be coming to you on home game weeks only on StonyBrookHockey.com, bringing you the latest in Long Island and Stony Brook hockey news. You're watching this because it is, in fact, a home game weekend. This Saturday, Stony Brook will be taking on the Penn State Berks Blue Lions at 8 p.m. at the rinks in Hauppauge. We'll be telling you what to look forward to in that game as the show progresses, so stay tuned. First, though, we're going to be taking you back 2 weekends to opening day when Stony Brook took on the Navy Midshipmen, and the next day when they took on the Villanova Ice Cats. Take a look at the highlights.
The red light or something like that. There you have it, Stony Brook taking the ice for the 2010-2011 ACHA season. And here we go. Stolen right away by Ryan, takes, he scores! Well, that did not take long at all. Deflection and a goal! Another goal for Stony Brook. Long pass is a good one for Cassiati. He's breaking in all alone. Cassiati, he scores! Final control against the board. Takes a long shot, scores!
That is a great goal for Stony Brook.
Puck in front of the net. Scores! 2 seconds to go, that's it. Game over. Stony Brook wins. Stony Brook wins 9-2.
We apologize. Technical difficulties with the Villanova game left us without highlights. Stony Brook did win that game 6-3 to advance to 2-0 on the season. Now, last weekend, the Seawolves traveled to Ohio for the ACHA Showcase. The team began on Friday with a 7-5 win over number 20 Michigan Dearborn. Mike Cassiati led the team with 2 goals and 1 assist in that one. On Saturday, Stony Brook lost a heartbreaker to number 17 Robert Morris. The final score was 4-3. Robert Morris scored in the last 10 seconds of the game to take that one from Stony Brook. And on Sunday, the Seawolves fell to number 13 Minot 6-3. So the Seawolves are now 3-2 this fall with a strong showing in the opening weekend. They actually moved up a spot to number 18 in the rankings. We're going to take a quick look at those now. And if you take a look, you can see Lindenwood, who was the number 1 in the preseason, who's maintained its top spot. And a major mover was Davenport, who jumped up 9 spots to number 7, and Stony Brook moving up 1 spot to number 18. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back with head coach Chris Garofalo who will tell us what happened last weekend and what to look forward to for Penn State on Saturday. Stay with us.
Sam Kilb Score is powered by WMJC 94.3, today's best mix.
Good evening and welcome back to Sam Kilb Score. Joining us now in the locker room is head coach Chris Garofalo. Chris, a rough weekend for the Seawolves. Tell us how it went.
No, it was a rough weekend. We won the first game, which was a good test so far against Michigan Dearborn on Friday, but Saturday and Sunday we obviously fell short by losing to Robert Morris, Illinois 4-3 on Saturday, and then 6-3 with an empty net on Sunday. But some of the positives I took away is that all three games we pretty much controlled the tempo. And that's a positive. It's just we have to work on the little things. If you're aware of both games, we were ahead. Robert Morris, we had 3-1, and then we were 3-0 going into the third against Minot. And discipline, conditioning, I think, was some of the things we're going to work on, and that we have to get better at. And if we had those things, we would have, I think, came out on top. So.
Now, what did this weekend tell you about how the team stacks up in the nation? Now, all these teams were ranked teams.
Yep.
So what does it tell you about the Seawolves standing in the country?
Well, people see, it's a good point you bring up, because people look at the score and say, well, a loss is a loss, but as a coach watching the game, you see certain things that you can build on, and without a doubt, there's no question in my mind that based upon how we were playing in all three games, we could compete with the best in the nation. I mean, Minot's ranked now, I think, 13, and then Robert Morris is ranked 17, we're 18, and Michigan's 20 now, but Minot's a very talented team. A lot of kids from Canada, from Saskatchewan. I mean, those guys can play, and we really gave it to them. I mean, if anybody watched the game online, you could see that we were really controlling the tempo up into the third period, and we had some discipline issues with penalties, and it kind of caught us off guard, and we had rebounded. So
looking ahead this weekend, Penn State, how does the team recover for this weekend, and what do you expect from this weekend's game?
As I've talked to the guys in the locker room and on the bus on the ride home, we're built on discipline. We're going to be built on hard work, effort, and we're going to have the endurance to be able to play 60 minutes. And I also talked about how we didn't play 60 minutes this weekend. We played 40 minutes. And I think that's something that we're going to focus on, and I'm going to be looking for from each player that every time they're on the ice, they're going to give 110%. And if they're not, we're going to have to find somebody else to get in the line to do that.
Can we expect a win this weekend?
Yeah. I'm gonna predict that we'll win.
There you go. Chris Garofalo predicting a win for this weekend. We'll be right back in just a couple minutes. You're watching Sam Kilb Score. Stay with us.
We wear red on Thursdays.
We wear red for our families,
our children,
our neighbors,
and our co-workers.
We wear red to remember those who've made sacrifices before us.
To make the telephone company a good place to work.
We wear red.
We wear red for livable wages.
to pay my mortgage and taxes.
We wear red for health benefits for my kids.
We wear red for quality time for my family,
To coach Little League.
help out my church.
And go to PTA meetings.
We wear red to volunteer for our community.
To feed the hungry.
care for sick children and babies.
and help a neighbor in need.
We wear red because we care.
We care about our neighbors and our customers.
This is George Bloom from the Communication Workers of America Local 1104. The CWA wears red on Thursdays to remind us that every working person deserves livable wages, health care for their families, and time to spend with their kids.
We are the Communications Workers of America.
We wear red on Thursdays.
And we encourage all working people to wear red on Thursday too.
Because every working person
deserves a good paying job with benefits.
Welcome back to Sam Kilb Score. Joining us now in the locker room is defenseman and captain Pete Zarella. Pete, thanks for coming on the program tonight. So, couple tough losses this weekend. How did the team view it?
It was tough blowing 2-goal leads and a 3-goal lead. On Saturday we had 2, Sunday we had 3, but we got to put it behind us. We got to move forward. Just a couple of mental lapses. They scored 3 goals within 3 minutes of each other on Sunday, and they scored 3 goals within a minute of each other on Saturday. So, we just got to move forward and put it in the past.
Now, we just heard from the head coach a couple minutes ago, and he told us that there were some discipline problems and a couple mental lapses in the game. How does the team recover from that and move forward for that against Penn State this weekend?
That's the good thing about hockey. Every day you get a new game, you get a new shot to go at it the next day. So, what's done is done. There's nothing we can do to change it. By all means, we would love to have another shot at both teams, actually, but we just got to put it behind us, move forward, and just really focus on trying to play 64 minutes of hockey opposed to 45 or 50, because that seems to be our problem.
So is that the goal for Penn State? What's the goal for Penn State this weekend?
Well, obviously to win and 60 complete minutes of hockey and just get better as a team in every shift. That's something we really need to focus on. We can't have 5-minute lapses against any team, because the truth is any team in this league, if you let up for 5 minutes, they're going to put goals in the net. So you just really got to focus on 64 minutes.
All right, thanks very much, Pete. Stay with us. We'll be back in just a couple minutes. You're watching Sam Kilb score. Welcome back to Sam Kilb's Score. Now we're going to take a glance around the NHL this week. The Rangers and Islanders both in action. They renewed their age-old rivalry on Tuesday, and this time it was the Islanders getting the best of the Broadway Blue Shirts with a 6-4 victory. The Rangers are 1-1 and will be back in action on Friday when they host the Maple Leafs. The Islanders are 1-0-1 after a shootout loss, and will play the Capitals on Wednesday and the Penguins on Friday, both on the road. Then Saturday, of course, is the big game, number 18 Stony Brook against Penn State. And the game will mark the retiring of the number 9 for Stony Brook. The number used to belong to Chris Panettiere, tragically passed away in the September 11th attacks. Chris was a 2-year Stony Brook captain who was known for his quick wit and contagious sense of humor. He was a loving husband and father to his 2 kids, and he was last heard from minutes after the plane hit Tower 2. Chris, you are dearly missed, and we will celebrate his life on Saturday with the game. So again, the game is this weekend on Saturday at 8 p.m. as the number 18 Seawolves take on Penn State at the Ringson Hall Park. It's off exit 58 on the LIE, about 10 minutes from Stony Brook campus. Tickets are $5 for general admission, and of course there is a student discount, so come out and watch the number 18 team in the country play some hockey. That's all we have for you tonight, and I'll see you at the game.